The expression making lemons out of lemonade comes to mind when thinking about our particular challenges today on the internet, trying to reach people around the world and finding some of the roadblocks, the gatekeepers on this path towards trying to help others. And we need to come up with innovative ways of going around the gatekeeping, around the social media censorship. We need to see the benefits that Google, for example, still does provide, even though there's been manipulation. We also need to be able to see outside the box of Google itself for people to find our content, our videos, our blogs, our podcasts. I have an interest in all three. Some people say if they had a third arm, they would do X, Y, Z. Well, if there were more hours in the day, or if I was more disciplined, there would be more artwork. There would be more forms of expression of ideas, memes, things of that nature. But of course, it is possible for me to evolve my own website, evolve what it is that I'm doing. And I think that these challenges that we're facing with Facebook, with Twitter, with YouTube, and just in general, right, are things that should motivate us to coming up with unique solutions to getting around the problem in which our content is being buried. It almost seems as if we're being erased from the internet. Our content's still there, but people that are used to the algorithm, and that's what it is, if someone's waiting for YouTube to let them know when I upload a video, when someone else uploads a video, that's waiting on the algorithm, and we need to go outside the box of the algorithm. I do have a newsletter service that is connected up with DreamHost, where I basically pay to maintain those websites, keep those websites. I have 5 of them on the internet. And so it is a recognized email service. There isn't a lot of interest. I'm hoping to drum up some more interest in it and the websites as I reconnect the internet. Why did I disconnect the internet? When we talk about burnout, burnout has a number of different causes, but when we don't see a monetary return on the work that we put in, there could be burnout. There could also be burnout related to stress regarding the type of information in our niche. So if it's threat analysis or things of that nature, things that I cover, social upheaval, and there's controversy, and there's a lot of intense energy and even anger around those topics. And it brings out those emotions in some audience members, especially those still in the left-right paradigm. It makes the average person throw their hands up and go, what's the point of continuing into my 12th year of activism, coming from an independent position, not the left or the right. And it seems like things are getting worse in some cases, not better. But I've already digressed into another topic, which could be its own video. The solution to being caught up and all that chaos, of course, first and foremost, we'll start here, thinking outside the box with regards to our content being about politics or conspiracies. I have a strong interest in philosophy. I have a strong interest in how we're affected by particular celestial events, most of all, the sun. And even how the dark occult, the real rulers of the world, use this knowledge against us. In another video, I'll come back and read a passage from the German author who wrote the book Solar Revolution, because I want you to know this isn't just Alex Ansari's theories and ideas. This is a larger understanding. Bringing this back home, the internet, places like solarmaxnews.com, which is a domain that I own, and the website is barely populated with content about the geomagnetic storms and the solar flares and other studies that are being done. This information is valuable to a lot of people, especially people that don't necessarily have an interest in some of my main themes that I discuss on my YouTube channel. I see the internet today and learning certain skills like running a WordPress site and then having kind of the idea to spread out, for example, topics or ideas. So it's not just all on the YouTube channel or alexansary.tv, the website. There could be thedailymatrix.com. There could be a World War III or geopolitical themed website. I created that called World War Zero. I think that the world could use an off-grid website that's all about off-grid living all the time and issues happening to off-gridders. Maybe bring a little awareness, shine the spotlight so we can help each other. Maybe I should start blogging about my own thoughts and experiences stepping back from mainstream society. And so I'm going to be populating Off-Grid Co. a lot more with more content than I have in the past. And there are other websites. And so this is something that I'm looking at, like how can I turn this into something to motivate me to spend more time on my own personal websites than on social media. I think it's also an opportunity for a few of you that may want to volunteer and help me get some of my written blogs and or videos, but we're going to go outside the box of videos, and I'm going to try to write down some blogs that'll be putting into writing some of my core ideas, some of the things that are discussed on this YouTube channel. If there's something that you want me to come back to, or something that you want me to take some time to put into a blog. Again, a blog can reach someone that's not necessarily going to take the time to watch the video. It's a little easier for some people, and a lot more people are willing to read a blog rather than commit to watching a YouTube video. There's only so many YouTube videos that I actually will click on, whereas opposed to blogs and things of a written nature that may actually gain more traffic. I'm also trying to generate, and I absolutely have to generate another $100 a month, some way, somehow. I have to generate another $100 a month. So whether that's, trying to do whatever I can to boost the YouTube channel, but seeing the limitations with YouTube, and I've burned out before, I've got to expand into the websites and develop a passion around those blogs. Here's how you can help. I want to get to that. A bit of coordinated sharing of some of the content that you think is very valuable. And some people aren't going to, blend well with my personality, whereas something written, they'll be all about it. And perhaps they'll be interested in reading a little bit more. And by the time they read a few blogs, maybe by that point, they'll be ready to watch some of my videos. I think there are different personalities out there that are worth catering to, because there's a lot of intelligence out there. And I think that we want to attract intelligent people into our lives, people that have a good head on their shoulders, people that are looking for solutions, because it also reflects back on us. As a person that creates content, I feel good when I just simply hear from audience members that they're getting something from this content, and I know that things could be even better, that I could do even more for them and others if I were to really expand into websites and not just limit myself to this platform. So again, I'm looking at the adpocalypse as an opportunity. I'm really forced to expand more into the blog sphere through my multiple websites. And so as the videos continue this summer, in the future, I'd like to go to Portland, Oregon, visit an old friend. I don't have the money to do that. And I don't want to go with basically like a $50 a month budget. I'm basically living off of $300 a month, which is not enough to even maintain the internet bill. It's not enough to maintain basic costs, like enough food or enough gas or things that are in some cases needed, like heating fuel. I'm reaching kind of a very, I don't want to use the word dangerous, challenging period, economically, more challenging than ever before. And it's scary. We don't know where we're going to be in 10 years. I'm going to come back and talk about that in a future video. But while we are here, while we still do have the internet and the ability to communicate with each other, I see the currency in a metaphoric way and a literal way, but mostly metaphoric. The currency of ideas, it's valuable for people to learn certain things, for people to be inspired by others that have gone through certain challenges and tribulations. In some cases, we can also be inspired by others that have gone through worse things than us when they share their story without fear of being shamed, when they share their story in times where they were low, or times when they made a mistake, times when they weren't perfect, and they share that with others and how they overcame. That is healing. And I have like a whole roster of those type of stories to share with you that can be healing for you. The internet is a way that if we use this mindfully, I've talked about this flaming sword, we can literally heal ourselves and others with the power of ideas. And sometimes people remind me, and I forget easily, that the world needs to hear from me. And I would say that the world could benefit from reading some of my blogs. The last decade, I would say that I've mostly spent a lot of my time on YouTube. That's going to limit a guy. So this is going to be a very focused period for me between June, July, August, and September. What happens beyond that? I'm leaving the door open for something great to happen, but I sense that I need to do some focused work on the internet and on my websites. And I think that it could be a good social experiment for some of us to see and really will some of those blogs that those of you that appreciate my content believe are valuable. One of you can help me reach 10,000 people by just simply posting one of those blogs or one of these videos or sending it to the right person. One of you that takes that extra step other than just liking it, but please do like the video. And please do comment. But when you take the extra step, you're helping me get the content out there. And that's going outside the box of the social media censorship. That's being the human that's throwing the monkey wrench in the censorship algorithm by saying, I as a human being am going to share with other human beings, either through your website or in a newsletter, something from Alex Ansary, so the idea will spread without a need for a robot to do our job for us. It is about community, and it is about an online community when it comes to sharing ideas. And this is a time, I just feel it in my bones, folks. There's a part of me, it's I don't want to sound religious, but it is like almost being reborn, like whatever type of spark that I'm feeling, this new type of inspiration to hit it, like hitting the bag like never before. Like we are literally going the distance. And before the internet goes down, and before I draw my last breath, right, and before people that I care about in this world draw their last breath, there's action that needs to be taken. As I said in an earlier video, we need to learn from the crises in our lives and come out the other side better than ever before. Until the next video, I'm Alex Ansary, reminding you the path to the ultimate truth and place of power still lies within.